Initiating login sequence. Welcome to Alyx's world.
Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and this is my AEW Dynamite review for July 6, 2022. Next week will be part 1 of Fyter Fest, their usual annual event that they have to celebrate the Fallen. Well, not really. Fyter Fest is not Fight for the Fallen. I think it's Fyter Fest night 1, night 2, and then Fight for the Fallen. That's the one for the people who we've lost in the war. So you can tell I'm tired, right? Regardless, we got some events coming up when it comes to AEW, and I am hopeful to expect some returns in the next few weeks. But in terms of this week's show, in terms of tonight's Dynamite, I thought the show was good. It was a solid outing. They did some good things. We got a new champion, a new TNT champion, much needed champion. No offense to Scorpio Sky, but that belt has not been looking good since Cody left. I'm just being honest with you. Since Cody decided to leave and drop it, well, win it from Sammy Guevara and then drop it back to Sammy, which was weird. Ever since they did that, it's just been on a downward slope. And they've had to destroy the title and make a new one. And then Scorpio Sky didn't even hold it that long before he lost it to Wardlow. So the fact that Wardlow has it now, it's a much, much needed change. So I'm excited about that. We got some new developments for the tag team division. We're going to get the Young Bucks, Keith Lee, Swerve Strickland, and then Powerhouse Hobbs, and our boy, Ricky Starks. And another three-way. Didn't we just do this at the pay-per-view? I guess we get to do it again. Not complaining about it. It is one of those things, though, where it's like, okay, I appreciate that we're still giving them TV time, but we couldn't do anything different? Couldn't have at least added a stipulation to spice it up? But alright. It's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, whatever. It keeps Keith Lee and Swerve on TV. I'm not gonna bitch. It is what it is. Lots of other things. We got Brody King in the main event, a new face. A lot of new faces on tonight's show. And you have to do that now. We have a lot of faces who are hurt. Big names. Especially Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson. Oh my god, I'd be here all day just going down the list. Jungle Boy is hurt. Well, Anthony Bowens is back. That's a nice sign. But we lost Kyle O'Reilly. We lost Bobby Fish. A lot of these wrestlers that usually get all this TV time, they're not here. I didn't even see Britt Baker. I don't know where she is. I'm going to assume she's not hurt, and they're just giving her time to breathe. Although, I don't know why she's not involved in anything. Didn't she just win the Owen Hart tournament? You know, it's just certain things you go, God, I wish they had 4 hours of weekly TV. They need that extra hour. I really hope Tony Khan can make that work. They have their TV deal coming up at the end of the year. I really, really hope Tony Khan can get an extra hour for Rampage. It needs to go 2 hours, and it needs to be live. I think they need it. They're in desperate need of some more TV time. They got too many people just sitting back, not really, I won't say they're not doing anything, but we're not giving them enough time to showcase what they can do. Jay Cargill is involved in what should be an excellent feud between Athena and Chris Statlander, but we're not seeing them enough. It's almost like they go a couple of weeks without really doing anything with him because he doesn't have enough TV time and there's so much to go around. When was the last time I saw Athena even on Dynamite? It's been a while. I think Tony has reached a point now where his roster is slow loaded. By the way, it's going to get bigger. It's going to get bigger. When it hits midnight, Paige, aka Saraya Knight, will be free from her WWE contract, best believe he's signing her. When Sasha Banks, her contract is up, best believe he's signing her. When Johnny Gargano, he's able to do it, best believe he's signing him. You know what? He probably already has signed him. We just don't know about it. There's so much still left to go. We still got Kenny Omega coming back. We still got all these other big names that are gone due to injury that are getting ready to come back. Miro just came back. He needs more TV time. I understand you don't want to go 3 hours each week. I agree with you there. Don't go 3 hours for Dynamite. But change Rampage. For me, this is what I think you should do for Rampage. That 9 o'clock Central, that 9 o'clock Central slot on Friday, that's a death spot. It is. It hasn't been doing any favors for a Rampage, especially it being taped. Nah. You're wondering why people aren't watching. People are watching, but imagine what they would do, what they could do, if instead of that 1 hour show that's taped on Friday at 9 Central, they instead get 2 hours, 8 to 10. Personally, fuck it. It would force SmackDown to step up its game. I think they can do 8 to 10. 8 to 10 Central, by the way. Or, shoot, you want to go 7 to 9? Go completely Monday Night War with SmackDown? See what happens. Fuck it. Fuck it. See what happens. I wouldn't mind it. And AEW, it needs that extra hour. It does. And until it gets the extra hour, we're going to be having this issue where we have a lot of stuff going on, but only a few stories are getting the spotlight. And the ones that aren't, unless you're watching Dark, unless you're watching Elevation, you're not going to see it a lot. You know what I mean? So hopefully things get better. I am expecting Tony Khan to work that out. I'm not saying this is the end of AEW, this is the thing about my fandom as well, especially for AEW. When people hear me talk about this, they think I'm ranting or hating on AEW or WWE. Like, this is very fair, constructive criticism. I feel like you have a roster that could be making you so much money that you can sell out arenas with. I'm serious. Not even arenas, stadiums. You have that roster. But because it's so big, one person can't handle it. Tony Khan wants to handle all of it. He wants all the decisions to himself, and that's fine. But he's going to need him a team. He needs him a team of people who can watch over each division. I saw that he hired, or he's getting ready to hire, Maria Kanellis. I talked about this. She's going to book the women's division of Ring of Honor. I think that's great. You have Delirious who can book the rest of the show, and they can run their ideas through Tony, and Tony can go, yes, 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 yes. You know what I mean? That's different. Let them do that while Tony handles Dynamite or just the main event scene. He needs to delegate some of those responsibilities to other people. Because we're starting to see some cracks. It's not like devastatingly bad, but you can notice he's getting a little bit routine with Dynamite. You're starting to see, okay, I've seen that before, I've seen that before, I've seen that before, I've seen that before. So it is getting kind of ridiculous. We want AEW to stay hot. Stay on a hot streak. Especially during this time when you don't have a lot of top faces. Use this time now to encourage these other young talent to step the fuck up. Because I saw on Dynamite, FTR got a promo segment, and they got some of the biggest reactions throughout the entire night, if not the biggest. I think the biggest was Wardlow, but the second biggest was FTR, and they wasn't even wrestling tonight. So you gotta think about that. While this time you got CM Punk out, while this time you got other people out, you have got to let these guys shine. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do that with only 3 hours each week. So I'm hoping and praying we increase this to 4 hours. And we have, one live show Wednesday, another live show on Friday, and then we just go from there. And then once we get that going and we have a team of creative that can help these talents figure out their stories and just make it hot every single fucking week, which you can do. You can do. I feel like AEW, oh my God, we're only scratching the surface. We're only scratching the surface of how awesome AEW can be. And right now, yes, we're only 3 years in. Yes, it's still a baby technically, but I'm at the point now where we need to start really kicking shit into gear. I don't want to hear the whole, well, they're only 3 years in. Nah. Okay, this is long enough. 3 years is good enough. Let's start taking this a lot more seriously, you know? So, yeah, I feel like things are going to start getting better, especially when you get all the big names back. Think about the names I just told you. Omega, CM Punk, Adam Cole, Jesus Christ, Bryan Danielson. Get those 4 back. Holy shit. Yeah, we're going to be good. Especially Kenny Omega. By the way, shout out to Kenny Omega. I did a video on him ranting, blasting, shooting on Jim Cornette. Go check that out after the live broadcast. That's going to be good. So things are going to start getting better for AEW over time. I just hope Tony Khan has a plan to work with all of this, especially since he only has 3 hours of television this week, each week until that new TV deal comes up. He needs that extra hour, and it needs to be live. Once you have 2 live shows, I promise you, things will run a lot more smoother. Cool? That was my little spew at the beginning of the show. So, as always, let's just get through this, pay some bills. I'm not going to be here too long. I'm going to come in, I'm going to say what I need to say, then I'm going to get the hell out. Sounds good? Awesome. If this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all of my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership today. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or review. Past, present, or future. And don't forget to, give thanks. Donate to the Super Thanks. If you're watching this after the fact, you can donate to me using Super Thanks. I would really appreciate that. Any way you can contribute would make me a very happy camper. You can also like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alex Central. Also give me a follow on Instagram and give me a follow on Spotify. But don't forget to give me a follow on TikTok, for I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast. Get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at Jux.recovery. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries. Just to say hi. And please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees. Get you an old school The X-Men t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt. But most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie, America, because it's the remix t-shirt made by It's J Knox and Firestar Heart. All of this down below in the description box. Before we get to the sponsorship, I'ma keep plugging it until I start seeing some numbers. Raw Cognizance, my podcast Raw Cognizance, is still growing, and I would love to see more people hop on over. We are close. I think we're at, or we're really close to 400 subscribers. No, we're close to it. We're at 389 subscribers right now. Raw Cognizance is my podcast outside of wrestling. If you're into subjects, Obi-Wan, Roe v. Wade, R. Kelly, Lizzo, Monique versus DL Hughley, Scream, we got all sorts of stuff. Women's rights, President Biden, we talk about Elon Musk, Warner Brothers, we do reviews on Bel Air, we do reviews on Star Wars, all that stuff. The recent video is interesting. We interviewed a stripper. Her name is Hazel Lee. Day in the life of a stripper. She gonna give you the inside scoop into what it's like to being a stripper. If that's something that you're interested in, come over and check that one out. And yes, she is all that in a bag of chips, if you know what I mean. You don't know what I mean, that's okay. But I can tell you one thing. If you're not into that stuff, you must definitely be into Amazon Music. Amazon Music Unlimited? Oh, come on, buddy. Come on. You already know. Amazon Music is the best place to stream your music. Better than Spotify? Hell yeah. Better than iTunes? Hell yeah. You are my love. Do you ever dream of rain?
I would see more POC in management, suit, writer positions. Tony is doing great. He really could make a difference with that. AEW is 100% representing.
Like, I feel like there's so much creativity, especially from our culture, Joy knows this, that would help out AEW, not just, from us, but from Hispanics, Asians. He just needs to find the right people. And I think once he does that, things are going to go so much smoother for AEW. But as I said, Amazon Music is the sponsor of today's video, so let's get a quick word from that sponsor, and then we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon Music Unlimited, featuring 70 million songs and thousands of expert playlists. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song, anytime, anywhere, on all your devices. Smartphone, tablet, PC, Fire TV, and even Amazon Echo. Today, if you sign up using the link getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, you'll get a 90-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. Following that, you'll be paying a small $7.99 that includes no ads and no interruptions. Take advantage of this opportunity today using getamazonmusic.com, just Alyx, in the description below. All right, so we got a little bit under 100 people. I saw 85. I'm very well aware. I have other people live with me, and some people like to choose those big names, the Solid Monsters, the JDs from NYs, who are much better than me. The good mic works. I appreciate you guys who are here live checking me out, and those of you watching me after the fact, thank you for tuning in. I would really appreciate it if you liked the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will get to be recommended to other people here on YouTube. While you're at it, show some love to the moderators: Ultra Shot Knight, 7 Firestar Heart, Elijah, Damian, Godzilla, Hawk. Who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Hello, Joy McElroy, YouTube member Joy McElroy in the building. You just saw her donate a very generous $5. I appreciate her for that. I think I also saw someone else. Usually, it's hard for these, as you can see right now, it's hard for these live chats to pick up everybody, because so many people come in and they go, and the live chat just go. So I'm almost certain I saw someone else, but thank y'all for making me a part of your day. Let's knock these out. Let me see. Where do I want to start? I can't go all the way to the top, but let me see if I can just start with... we'll start with the usuals. Khalil does everything. Everything. Thank you for being here. We got Wrestle Spider. I almost cracked myself there for a minute. I'm gonna lose my voice trying to sing for this boy. Wrestle Spider, you better be coming in and enjoying this. You got me losing my voice. All love. Good to have you. Evan Neal, King of Heckle Mundo, Rouge Joker. That's a new one. I don't think I've seen that name before. We got Great Reginald Scott, Kyle, just Kyle. Not just Kyle, but Kyle. All right, that's becoming a tagline now. Every time I say his name, I'm just like, not just Kyle, but Kyle. I guess that'll be your tagline then. We'll see how that sticks. TLB The Fly Guy, John Beal II, Dark Vapor, nice interesting name. Seth Rollins sucks, sir. Excuse me, sir? Excuse you? Seth Rollins, okay, the character sucks, but the wrestler doesn't. Seth Rollins as a performer does not suck. He's one of the best. I just don't like his character. And can't do much about that. Agus Chaos, Nell Nell, Joseph Winters. We also got the game. Chase 5677. Anthony Why? Can you feel it, Mr. Krabs? Oh yeah, Mr. Krabs. Husky 518. We also got Big Hero Chris. Me and Big Hero Chris having a bit of a, how do I say, a tension with our relationship. He is, he's starting his own YouTube channel, and homeboy feels like, you know what, sir? I'm gonna get my chest out. I don't have to agree with you on everything, so I'm gonna debate you. Well, Big Hero Chris, you have fun with your YouTube channel, but understand this. That's right. Yeah, I did it. I don't even like this guy. That should tell you something. Big Hero Chris. What's up, man? Crusader Gamer. Let's do two more. Go subscribe to Big Hero Chris, by the way. But, I had to let him know. Boy. Two more. Let's go with Ken Rogers and Ashley Greer Crowder. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Thank y'all for making me a part of your day. You guys are awesome. Be sure you tip your waitresses. Or tip me, because, you know, it's a one-man show. I'm gonna have 5 super chats. Again, this is gonna be a quick review. I'm not gonna keep you here too long. I do want to hit some stories. Some really quick stories. This one's gonna be really quickly. So, Alicia Atout, the interview queen, is coming back for a Q&A, round 2. We haven't scheduled a date yet, but she will be back on this channel. It will be, I'm hoping it could be live. If it's not live, I'll make the actual interview live. But, hey, send her some questions. Don't send her the questions. Send me the questions to ask her. I am looking for questions from the fans. I'm going to poll questions on Facebook. I'm polling questions right now on the YouTube community page. So if you have a question for her, hey, I invite you all to send me your questions. You can send it to me over email, justalexworld@gmail.com, and give me your name and city so Alicia can give you a proper shout out. Yes, this is going to be a great interview. She's such an awesome person, and I cannot wait to interview her on this channel. It's going to be great. Hopefully it will be live. If it's not live, you will still see her. So yeah, this is going to be a great interview. Just wanted to tell you guys about that. Be sure to get in those questions. You never know when it could happen. The other piece of news, Colt, there nah. Colt Cabana, Colt Cabana was about to be another member gone from the Dark Order. Stu Grayson was let go. Alan Angels was let go. And if it wasn't for certain people, Colt Cabana was going to be let go. Tony Khan was not going to renew the contract of Colt Cabana. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is it because of CM Punk? Not really. Not really. Believe it or not, it had nothing to do with CM Punk. It just has something to do with the fact that they didn't know what to do with him. The roster is so big, they have 3 hours each week. They didn't know what to do with Colt Cabana. Not to mention the Dark Order, which we'll talk about them in a second. I have a lot to say. But yeah, he was in a group that didn't do much with him, so yeah, if you don't know what to do with him and he's just kind of sitting backstage, the right thing to do would be to let his contract expire. Here's the problem. Everyone loves Colt Cabana, except for CM Punk, but everyone loves Colt Cabana. Very popular backstage. So when word got around that he was going to be released, the roster stood up for him. They went to bat for him. They told Tony Khan, not this dude. Re-sign him. Renew his contract. And guess what happened? He got his contract renewed. His contract was renewed. So he is staying with AEW. Not necessarily in Dark Order, but he is staying. I'm assuming they're moving him to Ring of Honor, which they should. They should move him to Ring of Honor. That's a good spot for him, especially away from CM Punk for right now, until they can work that out. I do think they'll eventually work together again. Not right now, though. But yeah, Colt Cabana, Ring of Honor is a good spot for him. He can help build a new generation to get that show some eyes. And I look forward to seeing what they do with him. But yeah, here's the thing. Love Colt. Will always love Colt. I'm never going to be that dude that's going to say he doesn't deserve a spot on the roster. I think he has earned his place in the wrestling business. I think he's a great promo. I think he's a good wrestler. I just kind of feel like because the landscape of wrestling is changing so much and there's so many big names, Colt is going to get lost in the shuffle no matter where he is. Sadly. I don't even know. Was he ever a Ring of Honor World Champion? I feel like he was. Like, legitimate question. Was he ever a Ring of Honor World Champion? I'm not just asking that to be coy. Let me see. Colt Cabana. Ring of Honor World Champion. He's a 2-time NWA World Champion. Wow, I don't think he's ever won the world title. He's been tag team titles with CM. Yeah, he's been tag team champs with CM Punk. Wait a fucking minute. Nah, that can't be right. Has he actually never won the world title? Like, I'm seriously asking. No, he hasn't. Wow. Okay. Well, I mean, maybe that can be a story. There you go. Colt Cabana hasn't really won a world title with Ring of Honor. There's a story there. Go with that. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I think right now the plan is to give that world title to Cage, as they should. Yes, Brian Cage as Ring of Honor World Champion needs to happen, by the way. No offense to Jonathan Gresham, Cage is the one that should take the title. But yeah, Colt Cabana, there's still much to do with him. It's just right now the landscape with AEW is way too big, and I do not see him doing much. So if you're going to use him, move in the Ring of Honor and use him there. That's just my thoughts. Agree, disagree, let me know down below. All right. Rampage. Psych. Dynamite. I'm tired. I am so tired right now. You can tell I am. Dynamite tonight was held in Rochester, New York, the hometown of Brody. Man. Rest in peace, Brody Lee. No sellout. That's interesting. I thought there was going to be a sellout, but again, because there's so many people out, you're going to see some hits. You're going to take these hits going forward, but things will get better. Like, give it a couple of weeks or so. You'll start seeing the names come back. I do seriously hope we get a Bryan Danielson back very quickly. Bryan Danielson should be coming back soon. Hopefully we'll also get Adam Cole back. I don't know what the conditions are for Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, because they gave Kyle O'Reilly a lot of TV time, and it sucks that he got hurt too. So we'll see. Maybe things will work out better for everybody when we get when we get all these faces back. But it's probably going to take a while. They need a break. So we really need this roster to step up. We gotta get new faces in these positions. So let's see what happens. It's a good time to start seeing some new stars being created. Like Wardlow. Wardlow wins the AEW TNT Championship after defeating Scorpio Sky in a street fight. There was a lot of bells and whistles to this. You can tell Scorpio Sky is working hurt, or he worked hurt. Got some interferences from the American Top Team, right? America's Top Team, whatever, that MMA group that no one cares about. I don't care about. How about that? So essentially, Wardlow had to fend off like 10 people and then pin Scorpio Sky with a series of power bombs to win the TNT title. A much, much needed change. I don't hate Scorpio Sky. I wish he would have gotten a longer run. He's hurt. And it doesn't help that this feud with Sammy Guevara hasn't been the best for the title. Again, the title has suffered a lot since Cody jumped ship. They gave Cody the belt for some reason, only for him to drop it right back to Sammy. And then Sammy dropped it to Scorpio, only for him to win the belt back and then drop it back to Scorpio. It was weird. It's been a weird few months with the TNT title. So now that it's on Wardlow, it will be a much more stable run, which is desperately needed. Desperately needed. You can have a ton of matches with Wardlow as TNT champ. I'm already looking at Wardlow versus Miro. Whoop! You can even do Brody King versus Wardlow. Because he's a hoss, he's a big man, you could really test the waters. You can do Luchasaurus with Wardlow. You know what I mean? You can do Keith Lee with Wardlow. There's so much you can do with Wardlow. And he's one of the hottest talents you got. I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with him. He should have a great run. And he's going to bring much needed prestige to that TNT title. So, to me, the best thing about this show was Wardlow winning the title. It doesn't even come close. Moving on. Well, okay. There are some things that do come close. Looking at the next segment, Christian Cage as a heel. That does come close. That comes really close. Holy crap. So, again, I've been gushing about Christian Cage for the last few weeks. He is awesome. He is excellent. He don't give a shit. And he's getting that heat. It's inspiring to see. Christian Cage and Luchasaurus come out. And they run down the hometown of Brody Lee. And they're interrupted by Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy's like, I'm sick of your shit, Christian. I've always known you were a douchebag. And the way you attacked Jungle Boy, that wasn't right. Then Christian said, hold the fuck up. Wait a minute. How you gonna pretend you care about Jungle Boy? You're only using him for leverage for your own ego. And then Christian, with the line of night, tells Matt, Jesus, and I thought Jeff... No, let me get this right. Jesus, Matt, you make Jeff Hardy look like the sober one. That's what he said. Man, he has no chill. He fucking wrecked Matt Hardy in this segment. And it wasn't even... It was hilarious to me. And it's good to have Matt do something definitely while Jungle Boy is out and while we wait for All Out to happen before we can do that match. Because we're not even going to touch Jungle Boy until All Out, which is what we should do. Why not, in the meantime, have a feud between Matt Hardy, Broken Matt Hardy, and Luchasaurus? Fuck it. That would give him something to do. I think Matt should go back to being broken anyways. Jeff is going to be gone for a while. Again, Jeff Hardy's in rehab right now. It's going to take as long as it needs. If it takes 3 months, awesome. If it takes 6 months, okay. If it takes a year, it takes a year. But yeah, the fact that we're using Matt's brother to, build this heat, build this storyline though. Give me your thoughts about that. I'm pretty sure Jeff's okay with it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. At the same time, Marco Stunt wasn't okay with his name being used in the storyline to turn Luchasaurus heel. He didn't like that. He said it was kind of lame. Was it though? I think it would bring some much needed closure to that, because Marco Stunt just got taken out of the group and there was no explanation. They might bring him back in just to finish up the story. What, is Marco gonna say no? The fuck out of here. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, you're gonna come back. There were some segments backstage with Mark Sterling, smart Mark Sterling, Tony Nese. They were meeting Keith Lee, then they met Orange Cassidy. We're trying to get Swerve Strickland fired. And we're like, oh, what the fuck? What the fuck out here? It's stuff like that makes me go, we could be using this TV time for something else. You know what I mean? But, alright. And they decided to use it for that. Let me see. I think next was Claudio and Jake Hager, who announced they're having a match next week for Fyter Fest. And Jake Hager told Claudio, you didn't win the world title in WWE, heh? And I'm just like, well, you did. Fuck. I was going to come back at him. Bitch, what the fuck you talking about? You didn't either. But then I went, wait, that's right, he was a world champion. Yeah, Dr. Wagger won the world title. And it actually happened. I'm not making that up. 2010. Cash in. People forget Jack Swagger was a world champion. Moving on. That's going to be a match next week. We're not going to get into that. Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland Swerve in Our Glory defeat The Blade and The Butcher. Good to see Allie back. The Bunny. Good to see Allie back. She is healthy. She's back into it. She was out. I think she was injured for a while, but now she good. She all good. But they did lose to Swerve in Our Glory, who are still showing cracks in their tag team. They're still not getting along. You can tell that they're a little off here and there. The story is Swerve can't be trusted. You don't know what he's going to do. He might cheat. And I'm still looking for that to happen. I am expecting Swerve to cheat in some way to either ruin his relationship with Keith, because Keith's all about honor and glory, or to fuck up Keith, and that will make them break up. So we'll see. Well, yeah, Swerve and Our Glory win. Then Powerhouse Hobbs and Absolute Ricky Starks come out. Love me some Ricky Starks. Love me some Powerhouse Hobbs. They start going off, and I mean off on the microphone. These boys ain't showing no chill until they're interrupted by the Young Bucks. Then the Young Bucks are all like, hey, we're the best tag team. Hey, we have more 5-star matches. Hey, we built this company. We're better than you two, and we're going to prove it. We're going to fight you guys in a triple threat tag team 3-way championship match. Did I say that right? 3-way tag team championship match next week. Cool with me. What was interesting about this segment was, despite all of this star power, Keith Lee, Swerve, Young Bucks, Starks, and Hobbs, guess who got the biggest reaction? FTR. FTR they were only on the show for like 5 minutes, and they announced they're going to fight the Briscoes at Ring of Honor. That's cool. But it's crazy to me that with all that star power inside the ring, FTR got the biggest reaction. That shows you how much over they are. They are massively over. Holy shit, they're over. I hope the plan is to do FTR versus Young Bucks at Ring of Honors. Ring of Honors? No. At, freaking double, no, okay. What is it? All Out? Fuck. I'm tired. At All Out, September 4th. Yes, I got that right. So that's going to be a hell of a match. That's going to be a fucking classic because there's so much at stake there. Apparently Miro wants a piece of Malachi Black's ass. Shut up. I know how dirty that sounds. We'll deal with it. Eddie Kingston. Eddie Kingston came out. Congratulates Wardlow. Gets a big pop from the crowd. Congratulates everyone on his team, blood and guts. But then he's interrupted by Chris Jericho, who did a pre-tape because he's not here tonight. And they show themselves attacking Ruby Soho, who for some reason decided to stick her arm inside a car's door. I mean, you could have held her down. You could have had all the men hold her down and then Ty Conti give her arm a concerto instead. Or have someone holding her arm inside the car door, then they slam it. How about that? You know? Shit like that. We gotta do better than that. Like, that's one of those things where I look at when I look at AEW and go, y'all know better. Like, little shit like that is just like, nah, man. Sorry. But yeah, I still enjoy it though. But this is gonna be quite the showcase. So I missed this segment. I seem to have missed this. Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. Let me see something really quickly. Oh wait. No, I did talk about that. Sorry, my eyes just. I can't read today for some reason. That's so weird. Okay. I might have talked about that stuff out of order, but whatever. Dark Order. Let's talk about the Dark Order. So, when I saw the Dark Order come out, and I'm hearing them cut the promo, and they said something very interesting, and people didn't catch this. And this might actually be a clip I put on YouTube. It's already on YouTube. This might be a clip I put on Twitter and Facebook. I might put two, because I feel like that Tony Khan clip at the beginning is important. They said the 6 of us, right? They said the 6 of us. There's only 5 of them in the room. There's only 5 of them in the ring. Last I checked. Because they lost Stu Grayson. They lost Alan Angels. They lost Colt Cabana. They said 6 of us. And I know everyone counts, little Brody as a member, but did anyone else just kind of go, wait, is this how they bring him in? Was that one of those, you know what I mean? You know what I'm getting at. I think this is where they bring in Rotunda. Wyndham Rotunda. Yeah. Or Wyatt 6, whatever you want to call him. Think about this for a minute. So, there really is no other reason to keep this group up. They have really no other reason to do this. So when they brought them out, I'm thinking to myself, where is this going? Why would you bring them out and then tell the world that they're going to stay? You don't use them. You're not doing much with them. So they're going to go back to catering and just be a reminder of Brody Lee. You know what I mean? And it's good that they came out. It is Brody Lee's hometown, so maybe that was a good reason too. But no, like, to me, if they were going to break them up, this should have been it. Like, if they were going to disband, they should have done it here. Rochester, and just, hey, we're going to let this be it. Thank you guys. Brody Lee is the man. We're going to go our separate ways and do our own thing. We respected that. But they didn't do that. Instead, they went, yeah, we're still staying together. So now I'm thinking, okay, the only reason for them to keep this group together is because they, in fact, did sign Wyatt 6, a.k.a. Wyndham Rotunda. And he's going to come in to have a program with Hangman Page. Holy shit. Think about that for a minute. Wyndham Rotunda versus Hangman Page. I want it. Come on. See, I know a lot of people aren't going to like this, and I 1000% agree. I feel like when it comes to the Dark Order, I feel like it's just meant to be a heel group. Them as babyfaces, it was good because of what it represented, because it represented Brody. But if you're going to bring in Wyatt 6, aka Wyndham Rotunda, the best thing to do is to turn the group heel. You might get away with some things here and there. You might be able to flip Johnny Hungy and Alex Reynolds. You might get those two to go over to Hangman Page. But Evil Uno definitely turn heel. Preston Vance, number 10, definitely turn heel. You can bring in 2 other people. There are 2 other people that are not doing anything. They can make them Blade the Butcher. Fuck it. Have Allie join the group. There's so much you can do. You don't really need to have Johnny and Alex Reynolds. But if you want to keep them in the group, that would make things interesting. Regardless, I'm excited. I think, yeah. I know I was one of the people that said I don't see Bray Wyatt going to AEW. I was actually expecting him to go back to WWE. I just said that's just where he goes, man. That's his home. But, man, he might surprise me. He's going to show up in AEW and run the freaking Dark Order? Shit. We'll have to see. Zachary Hayden asked me, but they flopped as heels. They flopped as heels because they lacked direction. You get me? When they first came in as heels, it wasn't very good. And then they added Brody Lee, and then it was actually good. Then they turned them into a comedy heel group, which was good. It was great. But with Bray Wyatt, you can probably still do comedy, but it's going to be a lot darker. You know what? I think they'll be just fine. The more I thought about it, the fact that Bray Wyatt's going to have creative freedom, they'll be okay. They'll be just fine. Yeah, I'm excited. I think it's happening. I think Bray Wyatt is coming in as the 6th member. I do think so. I'm excited about that. Penta Escoro, Pentagon Jr. took on Rush, and Rush won by a schoolboy after ripping off his mask. This was alright. I don't watch a lot of Rush. I've seen only like 2 or 3 matches of him. Did it feel like he regressed? He didn't really do much in this match. He usually does a lot more. I remember him doing a lot more. Here it was kind of like, it's alright. Didn't hate it, but at the same time, it was a little, He gets the pan on Penta because they're building up a feud between Los Ingobernables and then the Lucha Brothers, which should be a good match. Hopefully. Oh, this should be nice. Samoa Joe will be taking on Jay Lethal for the TNT, not the TV Championship during the Ring of Honor show on July 23rd. I'm looking forward to that. We got them ass boys. Austin and Colt and Gunn teaming with the Acclaim. And you're like, wait, didn't they just have a fallout last week? Why would they team with each other? That's kind of weird. Oh, it wasn't weird. Because Colton and Austin Gunn came out and they cut off Max Caster's rap. There's 3 things in life you don't do. You don't tug on Superman's cape. You don't piss in the wind. And you don't interfere or interrupt Max Caster's rap. You don't do that shit. You broke a lot of laws. I don't know what those laws are, but you broke them. And you gonna pay. Crowd hated them. They got massive heat for that. But yeah, it was a 8-man tag. Ass Boys and the Acclaim ended up defeating Fuego del Sol and Roughing It. That's Leon Ruff and Bear Country. Okay, sure. Yeah, but then the Ass Boys after the match attack the Acclaim. Billy Gunn gets inside the ring and he's all like, "What the fuck y'all doing? Come on, we can't be attacking these boys." And just when you think it was gonna go like last week, Billy Gunn turns around and attacks the Acclaim. Well, that's the end of Scissor Me Daddy-O. Scissor Me Daddy Ass is done. Scissor Me Daddy Ass is no longer a deal. Leave the memories alone. Sad. It is what it is. Tag team match. We got Thunderstorm. Thunder Rosa and Toni Storm taking on Nyla Rose and Marina Shafir. What the... Okay. Is it just me, or is Marina Shafir getting an awful lot of TV time? Like, bruh. This is a lot. A lot of TV time. What is going on? Okay. I don't hate her, but I'm like, there's so many other women we could be using right now. Again, I feel like, while I don't like Marina Shafir, I'm like, we got Athena, we got Chris Statlander, you got Hikaru Shida, you got Riho, you got Emma Sakura, you got all these other great female wrestlers. You could have done Hikaru Shida and Riho versus Thunderstorm. Holy shit! Why did we pass that up? Or you could have done Hikaru Shida and Yuka Sakazaki or Emi Sakura. You could have brought back Maki Ito. Maki Ito and You see what I mean? I love Maki Ito, by the way. Maki Ito and Hikaru Shida, like, imagine them as a tag team. Fuck, like, there's so much you could be doing right now, and instead, we're just kind of just spinning our wheels. No offense, I love Nyla Rose, and I like Marina Shafir. I just kind of feel like Thunderstorm, that being Toni Storm and Thunder Rosa, they could have gotten a better match. Hopefully we do. I just feel like right now we're just kind of spinning our wheels with the women. We don't really have anything going with them. There's no real storylines. Because back in Back in March, we had 3 storylines going with the women. Thunder Rosa, Britt Baker, Hikaru Shida, Serena Deeb, and then Jade and fucking Ty Conti. That was literally in March. What the fuck? Now we don't got any. We got one. We got Jade Cargill, Athena, and Chris Statlander, but not really any other storylines. We're not really doing any storylines with Thunder Rosa, and that disappoints me. That disappoints me a lot. Like, we could be doing so much more with Thunder Rosa. She's a great champion, having great matches, but no real storylines. Britt Baker has a storyline. Every 5 seconds, she has a storyline. She doesn't have one now. But at least Jay got a storyline. So Layla Gray from last week was a hired baddie that he hired to take the pinfall from Jade Cargill because he is trying to protect Jade Cargill from herself. Love that storyline. I think that's great. I think that's awesome. He's trying to keep her protected, but Jade Cargill she literally wants to challenge her now. She's like, get the fuck out of here. I want to fight some bitches. But he's all like, sorry. Nah, I'm going to protect you from yourself. Daniel Garcia will take on Wheeler Yuta for the Pure Championship at Ring of Honor's Death Before Dishonor. That should be an awesome match. Oh, that match is going to be great. And Jon Moxley defeats Brody King for the interim AEW Championship. I thought the match was fine. I didn't think it was all that great. I just feel like it was so predictable that Moxley was going to retain. Which is, it's not bad that it's predictable. Quite frankly, here's what I care about. This is going to lead to a House of Black versus Combat Club feud. Can't wait for it. That should be an awesome feud to do. Can't wait for that. So, again, like I said, the show wasn't bad. It was good. Not their best outing, but I'm waiting for them to yo, man, I should be chomping at the bit to see this show. Nah, I just kind of all right, it's on, I'll check it out. Nah, I want to be chomping at the bit to see this show. So hopefully things start picking up again when they start getting faces back. And I think that's also a bad thing. They've lost so many people due to injury, they don't know what to do with the show. But, we still got time. Those of you who are watching me now, as of midnight, Soraya Knight Page will be a free agent. Mark my words, Tony Khan will sign her. I'm telling you now, Soraya Knight will be signed, just like Sasha Banks will be signed. And those two are going to be massive additions. Tony, I need you to get 2 hours. 2 hours, you need it. 2 hours on Friday, 2 hours on Wednesday. You need 4 hours each week. You almost have to have it now. That's a lot of people. All right, thank y'all for watching. Give me your thoughts down below. Like the video. I am going to take just a couple of minutes with the live chat. I don't want to spend too much time. But I see a lot of people have thoughts and opinions. Thank you, Jesse Ross, for your subscription. Welcome to Alyx's World. So, there is a live chat. I'm, for some reason, not seeing it right now because it's just weird like that. Look at this guy. You can't always have a wedding episode, Alyx. I'm not asking for a red wedding episode. I'm asking for intrigue. I'm asking for interest. You know what I mean? I'm asking to have shows that keep me on the edge of my seat for more. That's all I'm asking. Let's see what y'all in here talking about. People are saying they want FTR to have all the gold. 1000% agree. Apparently people were loving the thumbnail for Alicia Toot. I'm like, why you gotta show her like that? I'm like, what? That's literally her profile picture. It is. I'm not making that up. But yeah, like it. Scarlett said she was only a 7. Scarlett a hater. Shout out to Scarlett and Killer Cross, by the way. Ken Rogers, Dark Order lost members. They need to disband. Well, again, if they're not going to disband, and they're bringing in Brody Lee's best friend, I'll say it that way, Bray Wyatt, then yeah, for sure. For sure. Keep him around, see what happens. Big Hero Chris, the title fell off after Miro lost it. Yeah, I think Miro brought... He brought so much needed prestige to that title. But I think Wardlow will make it work. Wardlow will actually bring some prestige back. Yeah, people don't know that. Jack Swagger won the title. Surprise, surprise. Ultra Shallow says, so we just mentioning WWE now? Because listen, they don't give a fuck. Yeah, WWE exists, okay. Fuck it. Screw it, why not? Khalil does everything. We the People sucks and it got buried. And it did get better. It's a stupid idea from the... I love this. Chris Jericho. He's speaking in Chris Jericho's voice. We the People sucks and it did get buried. It's a stupid idea from Bad Creative and all that is gone. Yeah. Technically, it should have not worked, but they made it work because they're awesome. Ty Conti. Yes, Ty Conti is building a feud with Ruby Soho. Ruby Soho. Destination in now. That's going to be fun. That's going to be a good feud. Again, what was I talking about? I want some feuds to happen in this division. Ruby Soho versus Ty Conti. Let's go. Let's go. That should be an awesome feud, by the way. BJG says this show was still better than Raw and SmackDown. That's not saying much, though. You're not really going to say much saying this show is better than Raw and SmackDown. Everyone is better than Raw and SmackDown. Me just looking at this wall is better than Raw and SmackDown. Seriously. Watching paint dry is better than Raw and SmackDown. I'm not even making that up. 'Cause you are my love. Do you ever dream of rain?
Alyx, wake up. Also, you said tip and strip or something about a podcast. I am wanting to request the HBK theme for the chat and need the amount JK tongue out.
Oh, wow. So Joy is just like, she's willing to... What? Oh, you're looking for a stripper to come on the podcast? I'll have to ask Hazel. I can work that out for you. I can work that out for you. I gotta talk to her and see what she says, though. Let's see here. Zachary Hayne. Unless Wyatt 6 Wyndham Rotunda comes in and helps the Dark Order out, there's no reason to keep this group around. Right. So, to me, if they were going to break up, it would have happened. This would have been the time to do it. So, I do think, me personally, I do think Wyndham's coming in. I have a feeling he is. As soon as they told us 6 people, I said, Wyndham's coming in. And I'm going to pull up a clip about it. Watch. Let's see. Thunderstorm Ranger. I feel like that was an actual Power Ranger. Did we have Thunderstorm Power Rangers? Wait, yeah, we did. It was, fuck. What was that show? It was Ninja Storm? Go, Power Rangers, go! Ninja Storm, let's go! Yeah, Speed of the Wind! So it was like, Ninja Storm, Thunderstorm, Ranger Form, ha! It was, what was it? It was Ninja Storm, Thunderstorm, Samurai Storm? The fuck? Let me look this up, god damn it. Ninja Storm, Thunder Storm, Ranger Form. Right? Did I get that right? Samurai Form? See, I don't want to play it. I might get copywritten. I think I said it right. Yeah, Ninja Storm. That's right. I think that's right. Oh, man. That Ninja Storm was fucking dope. See, we gonna have to turn this into a Power Ranger pod. I'm gonna ask Alicia if she watched Power Rangers. Someone send that question. Someone send me that question. Facebook, send it to me on Facebook or email it to me. Or my YouTube community page. Ask her what Power Ranger she would be. That would be interesting. I want to see what she would say. Oh my god. Alright, y'all, I'm gonna get out of here. See, I said I was gonna be quick. I lied. I ended up going over an hour because I love y'all. But I am gonna get out of here. So, let me see what's going on with the rest of the week. I could go live on Friday. If SmackDown doesn't piss me off, I'll happily talk about Roman Reigns and see what they got going with him and Brock Lesnar. We'll see. If they got anything interesting going on, I might be back up here Friday. I should. If I don't, I'm doing a lot of uploads anyways. I'll upload something. So we'll get you some content to hold you over. But I am looking forward to the Alicia Atut interview, which is happening hopefully this weekend. We can get it done either Sunday or sometime. We're definitely doing that though. We're gonna get that done. That's probably the next live stream if it's not Friday Night SmackDown. So there's that. Alicia Atut. We're also going to get. Let me see. When is SummerSlam? That's at the end of the month. All right. We got Fyter Fest and Fight for the Fallen. Those are the next three shows coming up. So watch those. I don't really. Ring of Honor. We'll see. We'll play that one by ear. The only thing that you guys need to know about, and this is something I'm thinking about doing. So, as you guys know, my birthday weekend, July 16th, 17th, I am going to be at Comic Palooza I will be doing a panel. And I'm hoping that can be live. If I can have a friend there to record me as I speak, that will be live. You guys can watch me then. I'm going to be on a panel, y'all. I'm excited. Too. It'll be it would be the, so you want to be a YouTuber and Marvel panels. There will not be a wrestling panel. I don't know why I'm not on that. But hey, I ain't bitching. So, that will be live here on YouTube. So, that will be interesting. I'm trying to think what else. We'll play it by ear. I'm pretty sure some other stuff is happening. So, congratulations to Paige. She is free. Hopefully, she'll be able to do some things. And just stay tuned. Subscribe, like the video. Follow me on social media to get all your daily goods, your daily wrestling news, and whatever else happens. So, yeah, go watch that Kenny Omega video. Those of you who haven't watched it yet, leave a comment down below here as well. And I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's World. Let's save space for wrestling fans like you. I love you. Take care of yourselves. I am out. Let me be sure there's nothing else happening before I jump out. Yep, I am out of here. You guys take it easy. Peace.